You know, your health is of utmost importance, and most important of all is your mental health. Every other health in your life is centered around the mental health. There are some illnesses called psychosomatic ills, that is, illnesses that are imposed by the mind on the body. Those days when we were children, when there was time for labor, some of us could actually will ourselves to go ill. Yes, because we didn't want to be called upon to work. And the teachers would say we were malingering. That is, we were acting up, we were pretending to be ill. And actually, people actually will themselves to get ill and they fall ill immediately. Children are very good at it. Once they know that being ill is an opportunity for parental love, for parental care, they just take ill. And they will it within a few hours, they are down. It's as interesting as that. So what that is saying is that you can use your mind to make yourself sick. And a human being that is in a state where they make themselves sick because they want to get some affection, they want to get some attention from certain people of influence, of note, are really not very balanced, are they? But these people are obviously controlled by how people see and relate with them. They are not independent. See, there are so many things that happen in life that we really cannot explain. But if we understand the working of the human mind, we will be able to find explanation to a lot of them. Mind health is of utmost importance if we understand how to protect ourselves. Now, we exhibit certain characteristics that are very odd, that are even contrary to our intellectual expectations, to our intellectual leaning, and we don't know how it happens. Then when these things happen, we start looking for a way to make up for it, to look for rationalization, because we know that we have goofed. Well, how do those things happen? They happen because we were off guard and certain data slipped through the subconscious gateway. I always tell people, beware of the things you watch when you are dozing. Because the last 5 minutes before you sleep, when you're already dozing, is a very dangerous and also very useful moment in life. You can be programmed within that period. If you are conscious of this, you can use it to program yourself. You can use it to change your beliefs about a lot of things that are not helping or serving you anymore. You could be dozing off while news is on. News about scarcity, economic recession or depression, it will sink into you. So the advice is, do not watch television when you are dozing. Get up and go to a place where you are not exposed to information. At that time, you know you are safe. Your mind is safe, because at the moment you are sinking into sleep, and the moment you are just waking up from sleep, your subconscious gateway is open for programming. So affirmations are best when you are about dozing off. When you are in a sleepy state, affirmations are very good at that time. You repeat these affirmations over and over again until you sleep off. And when you are waking up, you return to the affirmations again. That is how you program yourself against negative data. Of course, growing up, we picked so many negative data without even knowing, and they run our affairs in health, in finance, in relationship, in everything. Now is the time as an adult to start deprogramming those things, removing them. You cannot remove a program by deleting. Just go and delete, like in your computer. Even in your computer, experts will tell you that what you think you have deleted are really not fully deleted. They are at the background. They can be retrieved. So also is the mind. Actually, your computer was actually designed after the human mind. All right? What you think you have deleted are really not deleted. What you do is take them away from where they are functional and replace them with contrary data. That's what happens. You create against creation. That's what it is. Somebody tells you you are a goat. You said, oh, sorry, I don't accept that. I am human, a full-fledged human being. That's you creating against creation. So whatever is unacceptable in your life, you use programming, you use data. Just like that data that brings those things into your life, you use new, fresh, positive own data to diffuse them. The time you sleep is key. And the person with whom you sleep is also key. You can't be sleeping with somebody who hates you, who is an enemy, who is projecting negative thoughts, and you expect that your mind is going to be healthy. No. The same way people read novels to sleep off. When you are dozing, remember that portion of the novel you are reading are no longer hitting your intellectual space. They are going right into your subconscious. They will run the affairs of your life. This is why it is good to read holy scriptures before you sleep. If you read the book of St. John or the Gospel of Christ, when Christ is talking in the Bible, if you read those portions while you are dozing off as the last thing you read every day, you are programming your mind to match those things. And I am not for you reading books that have not been confirmed in any way when you are about sleeping. You must be conscious. Be conscious of the thoughts that run your mind. Be conscious of the information that come into your space. I have said in one of my videos, about 4 videos back, that during worship in church, during praise and worship moments in church, these are very volatile moments. Or when you go for all-night prayers, a lot of people doze off when sermon is about starting. Very dangerous. Because if what the preacher is doling out at that time is not congruent with healthy life, you are being programmed. Your mental health will be challenged. And I can assure you that some of the most dangerous human beings on the planet that have done the most deadly things did them in the name of God because they were programmed. So be conscious of where you find yourself when you are dozing. It also has to do with the food you eat. Remember, it has been said that you are what you eat. People actually think that it means that if you eat protein, you become protein. That is not you. That's your body. We are talking about the experience that forms your life. It has been said that the energy of the cook is in the food. Somebody cannot be cooking for you, grouchy, abusing you, cursing you, and you eat it. In our ancestral times, they won't eat any food that was cooked by somebody who was angry. They won't. And people say we eat the eye before we eat the food. That is to say, you have to look at the expression on the face of the person serving you the food that you eat. You ask me, why are people becoming so materialistic in this age and time? Because we are all eating food prepared by commercial cooks whose only dream is that people should buy their food so that they can make money. So the thoughts that goes into this food are programming you because your food is part of your reality. So guard your thoughts, guard your mind, and you will overcome in this life, because the data that run your mind, they sneak in without you being conscious. I want you to be in charge of the data in your life. That is the tip I have for you for mental health. Thank you very much.